So I'm recording the original video that I had said would come today, and the reason that I delayed the video so long is because, one, I of course was paying attention to Riley, and two, I had done another video first, and just for more lighthearted subjects, I guess, I'm just going to add at the end a few little things about spending time with Riley today. Anyway, so to the point of the video that I was going to make, last night I found out from a tweet by Baruch Maoz that Benjamin Netanyahu decided to violate the U.S. Constitution, and when I saw Baruch Maoz's post, I was thinking, wait a minute, there is something in the Constitution that says that the president is supposed to be the one who knows about what's going to be up first. And if you look at the same article that, for lack of a better term, gives instructions or protocol in terms of how the State of the Union address is going to be done, that same article says the following. He, that is the President of the United States, he may on extraordinary occasions convene both houses or either of them, and in case of disagreement between them, with respect to the time of adjournment, he may adjourn them to such time as he shall think proper. He shall receive ambassadors and other public ministers. He shall take care that the laws be faithfully executed, and shall commission all the officers of the United States. So let me read the relevant part again. He shall receive ambassadors and other public ministers. Actually, I missed one part. Okay, so you know the part about the ambassadors. So now the part about back to convening Congress. He may on extraordinary occasions convene both houses or either of them, and in case of disagreement between them, with respect to the time of adjournment, he may adjourn them to such time as he shall think proper. So in other words, as Baruch Maoz pointed out, Netanyahu should have told President Obama, or at least Secretary Kerry, or the State Department, and he didn't do that. And not that Netanyahu really cares about constitutions and declarations and what have you anyway, because he and Agudat Yisrael frequently violate the Declaration of Establishment of Israel, and despite Ben-Gurion's mistake, the Declaration of Israel at some point should have been upheld. And in terms of Netanyahu not caring about the Declaration of Establishment, what Netanyahu did in terms of the U.S. Constitution should be no surprise, since, as Baruch Maoz pointed out, there was an arrogance in what Netanyahu did, and I've said before that, and I even said it on Twitter last night, that we are seeing more signs of basically who Netanyahu is and what he really thinks of Israel and what he thinks of the United States, and also what he thinks of Jews within the diaspora, including Jews in the United States like me. And the thing is, Netanyahu is clearly saying, I don't care what the Declaration of Establishment says, I don't care what the U.S. Constitution says, I'm going to do things my own way. And in terms of Netanyahu, there were already signs, for example, trying to give away 86% of the West Bank, and now we see that Netanyahu has no regard for anybody but himself and whoever else meets his ends. And in terms of, someone actually made the excuse, well, Boehner is sending Obama the signal that, hey, you violate the Constitution, I can violate it by receiving Netanyahu and showing you what's what, and doing the kind of stuff that you do to send a message to you. As I recall, two wrongs don't make a right, and as I recall, the Congress has no right to violate the Constitution or to help Netanyahu violate the Constitution just because President Obama has violated it throughout various times within his 2 presidential terms. Anyway, that is pretty much that. And as far as other subjects, I pretty much covered them. Let me put it this way, I pretty much cover other subjects on my Twitter account and on my regular Facebook page, so you can see those too. By the way, I said I was going to add a couple of things about Riley. Let's just say that, for example, instead of, and this is kind of bad, when an owner is trying to play tug-of-war with his or her dog and he puts the dog toy in his or her mouth, you would expect that the owner's here with the one end of the toy, the dog is here with the other end of the toy, and they're playing tug-of-war. Well, I tried that. Okay, so I put one end of the toy in my mouth. Riley, instead of grabbing onto the other end and wanting to play tug-of-war, decided to cheat and decided to try to lick the end that was in my mouth to try to get me to drop the toy. So, Riley is a very smart dog. She definitely, for lack of a better term, Riley definitely knows what's up, and she definitely has her own way about things. Anyway, that's that, and Shabbat Shalom. Oh, wow, check that out. It's 6:13 p.m., and wow, so number patterns, and yeah, so Shabbat Shalom, and if you can, just observe the commandment of keeping Shabbat, whether, and under the new covenant, that's a whole nother discussion, but at least try to keep Shabbat in your heart, and, well, that's that, and again, Shabbat Shalom, and hopefully, hopefully Shabbat and the weekend go well for everyone, and hopefully my own 25th year goes well for me, and let's just say that these past couple years for me have been really rough, and I know that a lot of people have really been, for lack of a better term, in terms of that, even though I don't always, directly know about it, I do know that some people are thinking to themselves, and forgive my language, ugh, I wish he'd just piss off, or ugh, I can't tolerate this anymore. So thank you to those who really have been hanging with me, who see that I'm human too, and that I actually struggle with things, and that I just don't try to shoot off at the cuff, that I really try to say what I mean, and know why I say what I say, and mean what I mean, and just things along those lines. So anyway, again, Shabbat Shalom, and just thank you for, listening to what I had to say tonight, and thank you to those who've, hung with me otherwise.